Okay, so one of the new features that I want to roll out in plist is this concept that Vimeo and YouTube have integrated recently. Vimeo's calling it their couch mode, and YouTube's calling it lean back. Both of them are kind of hard to find and I think improvable, but they do it decently. I'm going to give them credit. They're both pretty decent. But I do want to tweak a couple things, and this is a feature I want to incorporate at plist. Basically, what it's designed for is a reduced functionality, so you're in full screen mode, but you still have some, you have some navigation choices and ways of and a reduced way of interacting with the system. So I just want to briefly go over what I like about each. This is YouTube. I'm gonna start on Vimeo actually. This is Vimeo's. So if I'm watching this, first thing I like about Vimeo's actually is I know how to open it. So I open it by just moving the mouse, and I like that. I like the way that you open the action trigger for this is great. The just moving the mouse, I love that. That's how I want ours to open. Generally speaking, I like this. This is good. One thing I don't like is you have to wait for like 3 seconds for it to leave, or 4 or 5. I don't know. It just feels like too long. I just, I'm a fast-paced guy. I like to just boom, press, at least have the option to press something and just get it out of there. So some kind of big X. I also think that we can actually probably scrap 50% of the buttons on here, and that's one of my recurring mottos: is what can we get rid of, and how can we, start with too little, and then if people beg for it, add it. This we don't need. This we don't need. The whole reason people are here, if they want more info, they can get out of couch mode. This isn't a place for people to get more info. I feel like it's kind of neurotic to try to be both things at the same time. This view is less info, just sit back and just relax. It's not about, bringing out the encyclopedia on them. What does it even do? I mean, this is just not what I'm here for. So, oh boy. All right, this actually kind of brings up something else. I don't like how you have to hear enter couch mode. It's like, I have this full screen button, I have this view in couch mode, and this little thing here. It's like I just want to have one big button. I don't know where we're going to put it on the plist page yet, but we're gonna have it somewhere. And it's just, it's the same thing. I mean, this full screen, it's couch mode. We don't need 2 different options. It's just full screen mode. Maybe that's what we'll call ours, so we don't get sued. We'll just call it full screen, like with style. So we go back here to this full screen. All right. So what did I say? I said we don't need to fast forward, and like they have this like fast forward element, and you have this up here, like it's like says you think you hover up, it says fast forward, and what it does is, here I am, I'm watching this donut, having a great time. If I need to fast forward, it gives me a little hop. But we've already got this bar up here. There's no need for these buttons. Just take them out. But we do need to have like next track. We'll have a list of all the playlists on a track over here very shortly. Don't worry. And you're just gonna jump to the next track if you get bored. I like this idea of liking. I want to call something a little bit more creative, but I also want to add this ability of thinking it's lame. The best example of the company that does that really well, I think, is this turntable.fm. Basically, you're constantly liking and not liking stuff, and interacting with the community based on your likes, And then you can see like a global radar here. They have a nice little infographic here where you see this little meter about how cool stuff is, kind of like, I want to have that concept of some sort of infographic that shows the community reaction at a glance of the content. So if we can kind of put that in a blender with this, I think we're cool. Now there's really, I don't know, YouTube, there's nothing really here I need to add. I just kind of want to, I guess acknowledge that YouTube does have some form of this already. Probably no one's ever actually found it because it's so buried in their ridiculous mass of confusing options.